Hello, everyone. I'm so happy you're here today. If you enjoy easy English, simple stories, and gentle life lessons, I hope you'll join our English book family by subscribing. Now let's begin. Can I ask you a question? When was the last time you felt proud of yourself? Maybe you cannot remember. Many people cannot. We often remember our mistakes. We remember the things we forgot. We remember the things we could not do. But we forget something important. We forget to remember how far we have already come. Can we think about one little picture? Imagine a little girl standing in front of a mirror. She looks at herself for a long time. Then she quietly says, "My hair is not perfect. My drawing is not perfect. My English is not perfect." She smiles a little less. Then her grandmother walks into the room. She stands beside the little girl. She looks into the same mirror, but she sees something different. She smiles and says, "I see a kind girl. I see a curious girl. I see a girl who keeps trying." The little girl looks surprised. She was looking for mistakes. Her grandmother was looking for growth. Can I ask you something? When you look at yourself, what do you usually see? Do you see only what is missing? Or do you also see what is growing? Sometimes we become very good at finding our weaknesses. We notice every mistake, every forgotten word, every wrong answer, every slow day. But we almost never celebrate the small victories. One new word, one finished story, one day when we did not give up. Those moments matter too. Think about a child learning to walk. When the child falls, the family does not say, "You failed." They smile. They clap. They say, "Try again." Then the child stands up and takes one more little step. No one expects perfection. Everyone celebrates progress. Maybe we should treat ourselves the same way. Maybe we should smile when we take one more step. Maybe we should celebrate every little victory. Can I tell you something? You do not have to be perfect to be proud of yourself. You only have to be honest. You only have to keep learning. You only have to keep growing. Every story you finish, every lesson you complete, every day you come back, those are reasons to smile. Those are reasons to be proud. Today, before we learn anything new, I hope you will remember one simple thing. You have already come farther than you think. And maybe today is another beautiful step on your journey. Can I ask you another question? Why is it so easy to see our mistakes? And why is it so hard to see our progress? Maybe it is because we spend every day with ourselves. We see every small mistake, every forgotten word, every difficult moment, every time we feel tired. Can we think about one little picture? Imagine a little boy drawing a picture. He spends a long time on it. When he finishes, he looks at the paper. He points to one small mistake. He says, "I don't like this part." Then his mother picks up the picture. She smiles. She says, "I love the bright colors. I love the happy sun. I love the little bird." The boy is surprised. He only saw one mistake. His mother saw the whole picture. Can I ask you something? When you think about yourself, do you only look at one small mistake? Or do you look at the whole picture? Sometimes we forget that we are still growing. A child does not become taller in one night. A tree does not become strong in one week. A flower does not bloom the day after it is planted. Growth needs time, and so do we. Think about your English. Maybe today you forgot a word. That happens. Maybe you needed subtitles again. That is okay. Maybe you read more slowly than you wanted. That is okay too. Those moments do not tell your whole story. They are only one small part of it. The whole story is much bigger. You are still learning. You are still trying. You are still coming back. That is something to be proud of. Children understand this better than we do. When they color a picture, they do not stop because one corner is messy. They keep coloring. They enjoy the process. Little by little, the page becomes beautiful. Maybe life is like that. Maybe English is like that too. Please do not judge yourself by one difficult day. Do not judge yourself by one mistake. Look at the whole picture. Look at how much you have already learned. Look at how many times you came back. Look at how many small steps you have taken. Can I tell you something? You are much more than your mistakes. You are your courage. You are your kindness. You are your patience. You are your hope. And every day, you are becoming a little stronger than yesterday. Can I ask you something? What is success? Many people think success is something very big. A new house, a new car, a new job. Those things are wonderful. But maybe success is also very small. Can we think about one little girl? She is learning English. Yesterday, she learned one new word. Today, she remembers that word. She smiles. It is only one word, but it is her word now. Tomorrow, she learns one more word. Now she knows two words. The next day, she learns another. Little by little, her notebook becomes full. Can I ask you something? When did she become better? Was it today? Was it yesterday? Or was it every single day? Maybe every small success helped the next one. Think about tying your shoes. When you were little, it was difficult. Your fingers felt slow. You made many mistakes. Sometimes you wanted to stop, but you kept trying. One day, you tied your shoes by yourself. Today, you do not even think about it. You just do it. English is like that. Today you stop to think. Tomorrow you stop a little less. One day, the words come naturally. Children are happy about small things. A child finishes one puzzle. The child smiles. A child writes one sentence. The child smiles. A child reads one page. The child smiles. Children know something that adults often forget. Every little success is worth celebrating. Maybe we should do the same? If you learned one new word today, smile. If you understood one new sentence, smile. If you finished today's story, smile. Those are not little things. Those are beautiful steps. Can I tell you something? Do not wait for a big reason to be proud. Be proud of today's little success. Tomorrow, take one more step. Then smile again. Can I ask you another question? Do you remember your first English word? Maybe it was hello. Maybe it was thank you. Maybe it was apple. It was only one word, but it was the beginning. Can we think about one little boy? The boy is reading an English book. He reads one sentence. Then he stops. One word is difficult. He does not know it. He feels a little sad. For a moment, he wants to close the book, but he does not. He looks at the word again. He reads the sentence one more time. Slowly. He understands it. He smiles. Can I ask you something? Was it a big success? Maybe not. Nobody saw it. Nobody clapped. Nobody said, "Great job." But it was still a success. The boy learned something new. That is enough. Sometimes we think success must be big. Maybe success is much smaller than we think. Maybe success is reading one page. Maybe success is learning one new word. Maybe success is coming back after a busy day. Those things matter. Think about yesterday. Maybe yesterday was difficult. Maybe you were tired. Maybe you wanted to skip today's lesson. But you are here. You came back. That is something to be proud of. Children understand this very well. When they build with blocks, they do not stop after one block. They smile. Then they add another block. Then another. Little by little, the tower becomes taller. The child is happy after every block, not only at the end. Maybe we can learn from that. Do not wait until your English is perfect. Do not wait until you know every word. Be happy today. Be proud today. Every lesson matters. Every story matters. Every small step matters. Can I tell you one more thing? One day, someone may say, "Your English is very good." They will see your English, but they will not see all the small days that helped you grow. You will know. You will remember. One page, one word, one story, one smile. Those little moments brought you here. So today, before you learn something new, take one moment, smile, and quietly say, "I'm proud of myself." Because you did not give up, and that is a beautiful thing. Can I ask you another question? What do you say to yourself? When you make a mistake, what do you say? Maybe you say, "I'm not good enough." Maybe you say, "I can't do this." Many people talk to themselves this way. But children are different. Can we think about one little girl? She is putting together a puzzle. She tries one piece. It does not fit. She tries another. It does not fit either. She smiles. She keeps looking. Then, she finds the right piece. "It fits," she says. She smiles again. Can I ask you something? Did she think about the wrong pieces? No. She was happy about the right one. Maybe we can learn something from her. Sometimes we remember every mistake, but we forget every success. Today, try something different. When you remember one new word, say, "Good job." When you finish one lesson, say, "Good job." When you come back after a busy day, say, "Good job." These are simple words, but simple words can make a big difference. Think about a teacher. A good teacher does not only correct mistakes. A good teacher also says, "Well done. You did it. Keep going." Those words help us grow. Can I ask you one more question? Who is the person you hear every day? It is you. You hear your own voice every day. So let your voice be kind. Let your voice give hope. Let your voice say, "You can do it." Maybe not perfectly. Maybe not quickly, but one step at a time. Children hear many kind words. That is why they are not afraid to try again. Maybe we need those kind words too. And we can start today. You do not have to wait for someone else. You can encourage yourself. You can believe in yourself. You can smile at yourself. Can I tell you something? Being proud of yourself does not mean you are perfect. It means you are happy because you did not stop. You kept trying. You kept learning. You kept coming back. That is something beautiful. So today, before you close this story, say one kind thing to yourself. Maybe something as simple as, I'm doing my best, or I'm getting better, or simply, I'm proud of myself. Those small words may stay in your heart longer than you think. Can I ask you something? When do you feel proud? Is it when someone says, great job? Is it when people clap for you? Those moments feel wonderful, but they do not happen every day. Can we think about one little boy? The boy is reading an English story. He finishes one page. He looks around. No one is there. No one says, well done. The room is quiet. For a moment, the boy feels a little sad. Then he smiles. He closes the book. He quietly says, I finished one page. I did my best today. Then he puts the book on the table. Can I ask you something? Was that a good day? I think it was. The boy did not need applause. He did not need a prize. He only needed to remember what he had done. Sometimes we forget to do that. We finished today's lesson. Then we think about tomorrow. We learn one new word. Then we think about the next word. We keep looking ahead. We forget to stop. We forget to smile. Children do something different. When they finish a drawing, they look at it. They smile. They feel happy. Then they begin something new. Maybe we can learn from that. After today's story, take one quiet moment. Do not hurry. Think about one good thing you did today. Maybe you listened carefully. Maybe you learned one new word. Maybe you understood one new sentence. Maybe you simply came back. Every one of those things matters. Can I tell you one more thing? You do not have to wait until the end of your journey to feel proud. You can feel proud today, because today is part of your journey. Every page matters. Every lesson matters. Every kind word you say to yourself matters. So before you sleep tonight, remember one good thing you did today. Smile. Then quietly say, I did well today. Tomorrow, take one more small step and smile again. Can I ask you another question? Who do you compare yourself to? Sometimes we compare ourselves to other people. Someone speaks English better. Someone reads faster. Someone knows more words. Then we feel a little sad. Can I tell you something? There will always be someone who knows more. And that is okay. Can we think about one little girl? Last month, she could read only one page. Today, she can read 2 pages. She smiles. Then she sees another girl reading 10 pages. Her smile becomes smaller. She thinks, I'm still not good. But can I ask you something? Did she really become worse? No. She became better. She only forgot to look at her own journey. Maybe we do that too. We look at other people. We forget to look at ourselves. Instead of asking, who is better than me? Maybe ask, am I better than yesterday? That is a different question, and it brings a different answer. Maybe yesterday you knew 20 words. Today you know 21. That is progress. Maybe yesterday you understood 1 sentence. Today you understand 2. That is progress. Maybe yesterday you felt afraid to listen. Today you press the play button. That is progress too. Children do not think about being the best. They think about having fun. They think about learning. They think about trying again. Maybe that is why they learn so much. Can I tell you one more thing? Your journey is yours. No one else can walk it for you. No one else can grow for you. Take your own steps. Learn at your own pace. Smile at your own progress. One day, you will look back. You will see many small changes. And you will understand. You are growing all along. So today, do not compare. Just keep learning. Just keep smiling. And be proud of how far you have already come. Can I ask you something? Do you always have to be perfect? Many people think the answer is yes. They want every sentence to be correct. They want every word to sound perfect. They want to make no mistakes. But is that how children learn? Let's think about one little boy. The boy is learning English. He wants to say, I like apples. But he says, I like apple. His father smiles. He understands. The boy smiles too. The next day, the boy says, I like apples. He learned something new. Can I ask you another question? What helped the boy learn? Was it being perfect? No. It was trying. It was speaking. It was making a mistake. Sometimes mistakes are good teachers. Every mistake says, try again. Every mistake teaches us something new. Think about riding a bicycle. Did you ride perfectly on the first day? No. You moved a little. You stopped. You tried again. Little by little, it became easier. English grows the same way. You listen. You learn. You forget. You learn again. That is normal. That is learning. Children never stop playing because they make one mistake. They laugh. Then they try again. Maybe we can do the same. Maybe we can smile at our mistakes. Maybe we can say, it's okay. I'll try again. Can I tell you something? A mistake does not mean you are failing. It means you are learning. Every person who speaks English well made many mistakes. Every good reader started with easy books. Every confident speaker was once a beginner. So do not be afraid of mistakes. Be afraid of giving up, because every time you try again, you become a little stronger. Today, you do not have to be perfect. You only have to keep going. That is enough, and that is something to be proud of. Can I ask you one more question? Are you in a hurry? Sometimes we want everything to happen today. We want to understand every word. We want to speak English well. We want to remember everything. But learning is not a race. Can we think about one little boy? Every morning the boy walks to school. He does not run. He walks. Some days he walks fast. Some days he walks slowly. Some days he stops to look at a flower. Some days he watches a bird in the sky. Every day is a little different. But every day, he arrives at school. Can I ask you something? Did he need to run? No. He only needed to keep walking. Maybe your English journey is the same. Some days are easy. You understand many words. You feel happy. Some days are difficult. You forget words. You read more slowly. You feel tired. That is okay. Every journey has slow days. Children do not worry about slow days. If they cannot do something today, they try again tomorrow. Tomorrow is another chance. That simple idea helps them keep going. Maybe we need that idea too. If today feels difficult, tomorrow is another chance. If today was not your best day, tomorrow is another chance. If you made a mistake, tomorrow is another chance. Can I tell you something? One slow day cannot stop your journey. One mistake cannot stop your journey. One forgotten word cannot stop your journey. As long as you come back, you are still moving forward. Think about how many times you have come back. You came back after busy days. You came back after tired days. You came back after difficult days. That means something. It means you have not given up. That is something to be proud of. So please, be patient with yourself. Walk at your own pace. Take one small step today. Take another tomorrow. One day, you will look back and smile because you never stopped walking. And that quiet choice changed your life. Can I ask you something? When was the last time you said, "Thank you, me"? Maybe that sounds a little funny, but think about it. You say, "Thank you" to other people. You say, "Thank you" when someone helps you. But do you ever thank yourself? Can we think about one little girl? The girl has a small notebook. Every day, she writes one new English word. Some days she writes 2 words. Some days she writes only 1. Some days she feels tired, but she still opens her notebook. 1 page, then another page, week after week, month after month. One day, she opens the first page again. She smiles. The words that once felt difficult now feel easy. Can I ask you something? Who helped her? Her teacher helped her. Her family helped her. But someone else helped her too. The girl from yesterday. Yesterday's girl wrote 1 word. Yesterday's girl did not give up. Yesterday's girl came back because of her. Today's girl can smile. Maybe that is true for you too. The person you were yesterday helped the person you are today. The person you are today is helping the person you will become tomorrow. That is something beautiful. Sometimes we only think about tomorrow. We forget to thank yesterday. Maybe today, you can do both. Be thankful for yesterday, smile today, and help tomorrow. Can I tell you one more thing? The small things you do today are gifts for your future. Every page you read, every story you finish, every word you learn, you are giving a gift to yourself. So before today's story ends, take one quiet moment. Think about the person you were yesterday. Then quietly say, "Thank you. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for coming back." Because without yesterday's small steps, you would not be here today. And today's small steps will become tomorrow's reason to smile. Can I ask you one more question? What if you are doing better than you think? Maybe you do not believe that. That is okay. Just stay with me for a moment. Think about today. You pressed the play button. You stayed here. You listened. You learned. That is not nothing. That is something. Sometimes we say, "I only learned 1 word." But 1 word is still 1 word. Sometimes we say, "I only listened for a few minutes." But a few minutes are still a few minutes. Sometimes we say, "I am still not very good." But you are still learning. That is the important thing. Can I ask you something? What would you say to a little child? The child learned 1 new word today. Would you say, "That is not enough"? Of course not. You would smile. You would say, "Good job. You are getting better. You can do it." Children grow because they hear kind words. Maybe we need kind words too. Maybe we need to hear them from ourselves. Look at how many times you came back. Look at how many stories you finished. Look at how many days you did not give up. Those days matter. Those stories matter. Those small steps matter. Can I tell you something? You do not have to become someone else. You only have to keep becoming yourself. A little stronger, a little kinder, a little braver, one day at a time. So today, please do not be too hard on yourself. You are learning. You are growing. You are trying. And that is already something to be proud of. Can we stay together for one more moment? Today, we talked about many things. We talked about small steps. We talked about small success. We talked about kind words. We talked about not giving up. But maybe every story was saying the same thing. Be proud of yourself. Can I ask you something? Who has been with you every single day? You have. You were there on the easy days. You were there on the difficult days. You were there when you felt happy. You were there when you felt tired. And you kept going. Maybe not every day. Maybe not perfectly. But you came back. Again and again. That is something beautiful. Think about your first day. Maybe you felt nervous. Maybe you understood only a few words. Maybe you wondered, can I really do this? Today, you are still here. That means something. It means you believed in yourself. Even if it was only a little. Children do not worry about being amazing. They are happy because they learned something new. Maybe we can be happy like that too. One new word. One new sentence. One new story. Those things are enough for today. Can I tell you one more thing? Please do not forget to smile when you make progress. Sometimes progress is very quiet. Sometimes only you can see it. That is okay. It is still real. It is still important. Before today's story ends, take one quiet moment. Think about one good thing you did today. Maybe you listened carefully. Maybe you learned something new. Maybe you simply did not give up. Smile, because that is enough for today. And today, you have every reason to be proud of yourself. Before today's story comes to an end, can I tell you something? I hope you will remember it. Not only today, but tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow. Sometimes life feels busy. Sometimes life feels difficult. On those days, please remember this. You are still trying. That matters. You are still learning. That matters. You are still here. That matters too. Can I ask you one last question? If your best friend was learning English, what would you say? Would you say, you are too slow. You are not good enough. You should give up. Of course not. You would smile. You would say, keep going. You are doing well. I'm proud of you. Those are kind words. Maybe today, you can give those words to yourself. You deserve them too. You have worked hard. You have learned many things. You have taken many small steps. Some were easy. Some were difficult. But you kept walking. That is something beautiful. Please do not forget that. One difficult day does not change your journey. One mistake does not change your journey. One slow day does not change your journey. Tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow is another chance. Tomorrow is another small step. Can I tell you one more thing? You do not have to become perfect. You do not have to know every word. You do not have to be the best. Just keep learning. Just keep smiling. Just keep believing in yourself. Because every day, you are becoming someone stronger, someone kinder, someone who never stopped trying. And that person Is someone to be proud of? Before we finish today's story, can we stay together for one more moment? Take a quiet breath. Think about your journey, not someone else's journey, your journey. Think about your first day. Maybe you were nervous. Maybe you understood very little. Maybe you wondered, can I really learn English? But you did not stop. You came back, again and again. Today, you are still here. That is a beautiful thing. Can I tell you something? You may not know every word. You may still make mistakes. You may still have difficult days. That is okay. Everyone has difficult days. Everyone starts as a beginner. The important thing is this: you are still learning. You are still growing. You are still moving forward. Sometimes your steps are big. Sometimes your steps are very small. But every step is taking you somewhere. Please remember that. Do not forget to smile when you see your progress. Even if it is only one new word. Even if it is only one new sentence. Even if it is only one more day that you did not give up. Those moments matter. They are becoming part of your story. And your story is beautiful. Not because it is perfect, but because it is real. Can I ask you one last question? When you wake up tomorrow, what will you see? I hope you will not only see the things you cannot do. I hope you will also see the things you can do now. I hope you will see your courage, your patience, your small victories. And I hope you will smile, because you have come farther than you think. And you have every reason to be proud of yourself. Before we say goodbye, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for learning. And thank you for believing in yourself one more time today. Sometimes we forget how far we have come. Sometimes we only see the road that is still ahead. But today, I hope you can also look behind you. Look at all the small steps you have taken. Look at all the days you came back. Look at all the times you did not give up. Those moments matter. They always will. Maybe tomorrow will be easy. Maybe tomorrow will be difficult. That is okay. Just keep going. Keep learning. Keep smiling. One day at a time. One story at a time. One small step at a time. You do not have to be perfect. You only have to keep moving forward. And every time you do, be proud of yourself. Not because you know every word. Not because you never make mistakes. But because you keep trying. That is what makes every journey beautiful. I hope today's story stays in your heart. Not because it was perfect, but because it reminds you to be kind to yourself, to smile at your small victories, and to believe that you are growing, even on the quiet days. Take good care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Keep learning. Keep smiling. And see you in the next story.